A man walks into a junkyard in France. He looks at a small airplane, a Cessna 150, and he decides to eat it. Not metaphorically, not as a joke. He literally consumes the entire aircraft. Metal, glass, rubber, wiring, everything. It takes him 2 years. When he's done, the plane is gone, and he's still alive. This is the story of Michel Lotito, the man they called Monsieur Mangetout, Mr. Eat Everything, a man whose stomach could digest things that should kill a human, a man who turned his medical condition into a career and shocked doctors around the world. Michel was born in Grenoble, France in 1950. As a child, he discovered something strange about himself. He could eat things other people couldn't. Glass, metal, plastic. His body didn't react normally. Where other children got sick, Michel felt fine. His parents were horrified. They took him to doctors. They ran tests. They tried to understand what was happening. The doctors found something unusual. Michel's stomach lining was twice as thick as normal. His digestive acids were unusually strong. His intestines seemed resistant to damage. He had a rare condition, something that made his digestive system almost indestructible. But that wasn't the whole story. Michel also had something else, something psychological. He had pica. Pica is an eating disorder. People with pica crave non-food items. They feel compelled to eat things that aren't edible. Dirt, paper, hair, chalk, ice. The urges are real. The cravings are intense. Most people with pica eat relatively soft substances, things that pass through the body. But Michel's pica was different. Combined with his unusual stomach, it created something unique, something dangerous, something spectacular. At age 9, Michel ate his first piece of glass. It was a drinking glass that shattered. Instead of cleaning it up, he put a shard in his mouth. He chewed it. He swallowed it. Nothing bad happened. No cuts. No bleeding. No pain. He tried it again. Same result. By his teenage years, Michel was eating glass regularly. Small pieces at first, then larger chunks. His body handled it perfectly. Michel realized he had a gift. A horrifying, fascinating gift. He could eat anything, literally anything. So he decided to become an entertainer. In 1966, at age 16, he started performing. He would eat light bulbs on stage, razor blades, chains, coins. Audiences were shocked, disgusted, amazed. They couldn't look away. Michel became famous across France. But Michel wasn't satisfied with small objects. He wanted to push the limits. He wanted to see how far his body could go. So he started eating bigger things. Shopping carts, bicycles, television sets. He would dismantle them, cut them into small pieces, and consume them over weeks or months. Each piece was roughly the size of a coin. He would swallow the metal, drink mineral oil to help it pass, and wait for nature to take its course. His method was systematic. First, he would disassemble the object completely. Every part separated. Then he would cut the metal into small pieces. Each piece weighed about 10 to 15 grams. That's half an ounce. Small enough to swallow, not small enough to be safe. He would put the piece in his mouth, add mineral oil, swallow it whole, or chew it if necessary, then drink lots of water. His body to the rest. Michel's digestive system was extraordinary. The thick stomach lining protected him from cuts. The strong acids broke down materials most people couldn't process. His intestines moved everything through without perforation, without blockage, without infection. Doctors studied him extensively. They took x-rays. They monitored his digestion. They watched metal pass through his system. They couldn't fully explain it, but they confirmed it was real. Between 1978 and 1980, Michel ate his masterpiece. A Cessna 150 aircraft, an entire airplane. It weighed about 500 kilograms. That's 1,100 pounds of metal, glass, rubber, and plastic. He dismantled it piece by piece, cut it into tiny chunks, and ate it over 2 years. Every bolt, every wire, every sheet of aluminum, the wings, the fuselage, the seats, the instruments, everything. By 1980, the plane was completely gone, consumed, digested, passed. The Cessna wasn't his only large project. Michel ate 18 bicycles during his career, 15 shopping carts, 7 television sets, 6 chandeliers, 2 beds, 1 pair of skis, and 1 computer. He held a Guinness World Record, the record for strangest diet. Nobody else came close. Nobody else tried. Michel was unique in medical history, but eating metal came with rules. Michel had to follow a strict protocol. He never ate on an empty stomach. He always ate regular food first: bread, meat, vegetables. This created a protective layer, a cushion for the metal. Then he would consume the mineral oil. Lots of it. The oil coated everything. It lubricated his digestive tract. It helped the metal slide through. Without the oil, he would have died, even with his thick stomach lining. Michel drank between 4 and 6 liters of water daily. Hydration was critical. The water helped move materials through. It prevented blockage. It kept his kidneys functioning. His urine had to flush out metal particles, tiny fragments that his body absorbed. Without massive water intake, the metals would accumulate. They would poison him. Even Michel's incredible body had limits. Interestingly, Michel couldn't eat everything. Normal food sometimes bothered him. Eggs made him sick. Bananas caused problems. His digestive system was adapted for metal, optimized for inorganic materials. Soft organic foods sometimes triggered nausea. His body had become so specialized that regular food was harder to process than glass. The irony was profound. He could eat a bicycle, but not a banana. Doctors who examined Michel identified several protective factors. His saliva was unusually thick. It coated the metal before swallowing. His esophagus had extra muscular strength. It could push sharp objects down without tearing. His stomach produced extreme amounts of acid. It could break down materials normal stomachs couldn't touch. His intestinal walls were tougher than average. They resisted puncture, and his pain threshold was remarkably high. He felt discomfort differently than others. But was Michel completely safe? No, absolutely not. He took enormous risks. Every piece he swallowed could kill him. One wrong angle, one sharp edge that didn't align, one moment where the mineral oil coating failed. He could perforate his intestine, cause internal bleeding, develop sepsis, die within hours. He walked this tightrope for decades, and somehow he survived. The psychological aspect of Michel's performances fascinated researchers. Why would someone choose to eat metal, even with a protective stomach lining, even with pica disorder? The choice to eat an airplane wasn't compulsion alone. It was showmanship. It was fame. It was identity. Michel built his entire life around his condition. He turned medical abnormality into celebrity. He made money. He gained recognition. He became immortal in the record books. Pica disorder affects people worldwide. It's more common than most realize. Pregnant women sometimes crave ice or clay. Children eat dirt or paint chips. Adults consume paper or hair. Most cases involve relatively harmless substances. The body passes them without damage. But some cases are dangerous. Eating lead paint causes poisoning. Consuming sharp objects causes injury. Pica sends thousands of people to emergency rooms yearly. Michel represented an extreme version. His pica targeted the hardest materials possible. Combined with his unusual physiology, it created a perfect storm. A dangerous combination that should have killed him, but didn't. Medical literature contains no other cases quite like Michel's. People have swallowed metal objects accidentally, or in suicide attempts, or due to mental illness. But nobody else made a career of systematically consuming vehicles. The Guinness World Records organization initially hesitated to recognize Michel. They worried about encouraging dangerous imitation. They feared copycat attempts, people dying while trying to break his records. But Michel's case was so unique, so impossible to replicate. They eventually decided he was safe to include, because nobody else could do what he did. His body was one of a kind. Michel performed publicly for decades. He appeared on television shows. He demonstrated his ability for live audiences. He ate metal in restaurants, in studios, in front of cameras. Every performance was documented, witnessed by hundreds or thousands. This wasn't a magic trick. There was no sleight of hand, No hidden compartments. Doctors examined him before and after performances. X-rays confirmed the metal entered his body and eventually left it. In his later years, Michel slowed down. The performances became less frequent. His body was aging. Even his remarkable stomach had limits. Years of consuming metal took a toll. His teeth were damaged. His digestive system showed wear. He developed health problems, but nothing directly caused by eating metal. That's the strangest part. The thing that should have killed him didn't. Other, normal causes threatened him instead. Michel Lotito died on June 25, 2007. He was 57 years old. The cause of death was natural. Heart failure. Nothing related to his diet. He didn't die from metal poisoning. He didn't die from intestinal perforation. He didn't die from any complication of eating airplanes. He died the way many people die, from cardiac arrest. His heart stopped, and he was gone. Medical professionals still debate Michel's case. Some believe his thick stomach lining was genetic, an inherited trait. Others think it developed over time, an adaptation to his eating habits. Some argue his pain tolerance was psychological, a learned response. Others say it was neurological, a difference in how his brain processed signals. Nobody knows for certain. Michel never allowed a full autopsy. The complete truth died with him. What we know for certain is this. Michel Lotito consumed approximately 9 tons of metal during his lifetime. That's 18,000 pounds, the weight of 6 cars. He ate objects that should have killed him hundreds of times. And he lived to be 57. He died peacefully, in his sleep, surrounded by family, not in an operating room, not in an emergency ward, not screaming in agony. He simply stopped breathing after a lifetime of eating the impossible. The Pica disorder that drove Michel affects millions. Most suffer silently. They're embarrassed by their cravings, ashamed of their compulsions. They hide their condition. They don't seek help. Michel did the opposite. He celebrated his disorder. He made it public. He turned stigma into spectacle. Whether that was healthy is debatable. Whether it helped others with Pica is unclear. But it definitely made Michel famous. Today, doctors screen for Pica more carefully. They recognize the signs. They understand the risks. They know it can indicate nutritional deficiencies. Low iron causes ice cravings. Low zinc causes dirt eating. Treating the deficiency often eliminates the Pica, but not always. Some cases are purely psychological. Those require therapy, behavioral intervention, medications sometimes. Michel never sought treatment. He never wanted to stop. His Pica was his livelihood. Would Michel be allowed to perform today? Probably not. Modern safety regulations would prevent it. Insurance companies would refuse coverage. Television networks would avoid liability. The world has become more cautious, more protective, more aware of risk. Michel performed in a different era, a time when spectacle trumped safety, when audiences wanted to see impossible things, even dangerous things, especially dangerous things. Michel's legacy lives in medical textbooks, in Guinness World Records, in videos scattered across the internet, in the memories of people who saw him perform. He proved the human body can adapt to extraordinary circumstances. He showed that medical anomalies can become advantages. He demonstrated that abnormal doesn't always mean disabled. Sometimes it means exceptional. Sometimes it means unique. Sometimes it means legendary. The man who ate a plane. The man with the iron stomach. The man who digested the indigestible. Michel Lotito, Monsieur Mangetout, a medical mystery, a psychological puzzle, a human anomaly. He lived his life on his own terms. He ate what he wanted. He became what he chose. And he left us wondering, what are the true limits of the human body? Maybe we still don't know.